Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be taking you through a typical day in my life as a finance officer here in Ballarat, Victoria. I'll show you a little bit of my daily routine, introduce you to some of my people I work with, and give you a glimpse into my normal 9 to 5 look. Let's get started. We have roughly 30 to 35 staff members and around 50 to 55 active apprentices and trainees across the organizations at any given time. Since our people are full-time, part-time, casual or contract employees, those numbers change slightly. I don't have the opportunity to work closely with everyone every day, but what I did was I do work with the managers from each department. So for this video, I thought it would be interesting to ask them what their teams do and how finance support their work behind the scene. I normally get to office early, so one of the first thing I do is to make sure the automatic doors are open and everything is up and running. Then I put my lunch in the fridge, bring my snacks, fruits over my desk, and get myself ready for the day ahead. I'm not much of a breakfast person, so in the morning I normally just have some Weet-Bix, some warm water before heading to work. Once I get to office, I make myself a coffee and that's a daily quota sorted. 1 coffee a day is enough for me, yeah. As a finance officer, a lot of work behind the scene, processing invoices, recording bills, supporting payroll, reconciling transactions, helping other departments, here and there. So instead of me telling you what I do every day, I thought I'd let the managers do the talking. I asked each department managers what their team does and how I support them through my role as finance officer. I think that gives a more complete picture of how the job's done and how the department works together.
Hey guys, I'm Sunny. I'm the Business Development Manager for BGT. I have the funnest position in the organisation. My role is to go out there and be customer facing, so I get to talk to everyone from, big organisations like Freighters and Troons and Gold Acres, and the list goes on, to small sole traders who just, one-time brickies that are just trying to make a living. I get to talk to all of them people, and including all of our students and trainees and people that are looking to put their staff through traineeships and further education. So I have the best role in the organisation because I get to deal with you guys. The funnest position in the organisation means that I get to work with Nish a hell of a lot. Nish, as our finance officer, really supports me in my role because we are inevitably in control of making the money for the organisation, and Nish plays a really pivotal part in making sure that the money comes in, it gets allocated into the right ways, the invoices get paid on time. Not that he's ever missed an invoice like he did last week, but just really, really critical part for our organisation.
Well, I also have a habit of destroying all my fidget toys. Look, this is on its last verse. This has survived a long time. It's been more than 2 months. They don't survive for more than a week. And this as well. Well, I've got more here in my dryer somewhere. Someone got me a poop and someone got me a doodle, so I just put them together, but they stay in my drawer. It's just a running joke. I've been fortunate enough to have this corner office. I'm definitely not someone who can sit in one position all day, so after around 30 minutes, I usually convert my desk into a standing desk and stretch my legs. I just keep working for a while, and then it helps me stay productive and stops me from feeling too restless.
So I'm Dee, the Community Services Manager. Nish helps us in our team because we have a lot of funding that needs to be spent for the young people that we work with, what we call flexible funding or brokerage. And we potentially shoot down to him over 100 transactions a week, and he's always amazing, helps with whatever we require, and we require a lot because we usually don't know what we're doing because we're not numbers people, we're people, and Nish is the numbers guy. So he prints out reports in a couple of minutes for us. He does anything that we could possibly need to make our job easier. For anyone looking at coming to Australia and working within any organisation, Nish is a prime example. It's around teamwork, helping out everyone within the workplace. No job is too big, and if it is, you just ask for help. Always being helpful and trying to understand the needs of what everyone needs is really important.
One of the other things I really appreciate about this office is the view. Look at the view. So I'm fortunate enough to look outside over this beautiful part of Ballarat every day. This is the southwest side of the city. You can see the Labour Union office right over here. And then this is the best hospital, the new one currently being built with the skyscraper, if you see the back. That's enough talking for me. Let's hear from another manager and get their perspective on how we work here at BGT.
My name is Lynette Clark. I am the People, Capability and Safety Manager for BGT Jobs and Training. I have a broad range of responsibilities, but fundamentally I'm responsible for anything to do with risk and assurance, as well as managing a department, the RTO. With Nish, I work very closely with Nish because his responsibilities and his accountabilities are very important to us as a business, meeting our financial obligations, our funding requirements, our ISO obligations, and everything to do with our regulators. And because of the broad expanse of what his role does, he is a corner linchpin to how we meet all of those funding and regulatory obligations. Some of the things that he has helped me with recently has been being involved with the GTO, which is our Group Training Organisation audit, internal audit, which is where we check on whether or not we're meeting our compliance under the standards. He's just commenced our RTO audit as well, which is a very convoluted, complicated audit because of the number of things we have to do to meet our funding and also our regulatory compliance in that area. In addition to this, he also takes care of all of our invoicing. So it's a very important part of us being able to sustain and continue to grow our business. So he's in charge of making sure that all of our RTO invoices are made. The other part around that is he also takes care of credit card trackability. So all of our work requires some type of pricing or costing. A lot of that's done through our credit cards, and he makes sure that we do, and we make sure that all of our invoices track against our financial stuff. So all in all, he's a great bloke to work with, and he's a marvellous addition to our team. Couldn't do the job without him.
A year ago, we had a group activity and everyone created a drawing. Mine was so ugly that I thought it deserves a public reaction. So if you're passing by and happen to see it, give me a honk and I'll wave back. When I get bored sitting too much after 40-50 minutes, what I do is I convert my table to a standing table and just go along with my work. Our next interview is with Bill, but he's not based in the main office. His shed is about 5 minutes walk away, so let's head over there and see what he has to say.
So my name's Bill Burgess. I'm the Industry Skill Centre Manager here at BGT. I've been in this role now for the past 13 years. Prior to that, I was the Employment Services Manager, and I was in that role for around 10 years. So I've been involved with BGT for nearly 25 years. Here we train apprentices and trainees in Certificate 3 and Certificate 2 in engineering. So that's more along the lines of welding and fabrication in those areas. We run short courses, specialty courses, intense courses in boot camp welding type arrangements. As far as interaction with finance and in particular Nish looks after all our invoicing, all our school fees, all the anything that the ISC as far as generates or is able to generate as far as an income. Nish puts that through his department and manages all that invoicing and debt collection and making sure that we're getting paid for what we do. He also does the claims around Skills First funding and prepares the spreadsheets and that sort of thing, which gives us a bit of an idea as to how we're tracking each month. Being an industry skills centre, and we have a lot of accounts at different businesses around Ballarat that we buy consumables and products from. Nish sorts those out, enters them up on Xero and coordinates the signing off of those accounts to ensure that we've got all the stuff we need. We're not being overcharged against our scheduled payment fees, so on, so on. The opportunity for people to do similar roles to what Nish does is endless. You've just got to be wanting to do it. You want to have a drive or a passion for the industry that you'll be entering, but there shouldn't be any reason these days that you can't get help and assistance to enter a career that you may feel suits you. For even short term, even if it's not long term, put a line in the sand, take a chance, do something, get a qualification. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life, but get a foundation to build on what you want to do then from there on in.
Now for the final interview of the day, my boss Deb. Deb is very thorough, very detail oriented, and definitely keeps me on my toes. She's the kind of person who notices the details that everyone else misses, which is probably why she's so good at what she does. I'm a little curious and maybe a little nervous to hear what she has to say about me, so let's find out together.
So my name's Deborah. I'm generally referred to as Debbie, and I'm the CFO at BGT. Actually, it's probably not, that's not good. Okay, so my name's Deborah. People generally call me Debbie, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer at our not-for-profit organisation. Of 3 people, we have a finance officer, a payroll officer, and myself. So Nish is our finance officer, and he basically does the day-to-day transactions for us. Because it's only a very small finance team of 3 people, Nish not only does the transactions on a daily basis, he also provides other activities such as reception support and does some internal audits. So we're all kind of a jack of all trades. Qualities and strengths that Nish brings to the organisation is basically he's a very friendly person, and he always provides us with plenty of laughs. He's always helpful, and people prefer to go to him instead of me because they find me a little bit abrupt. The finance officer role is important within our organisation because it's only a very small team. So without having that position, my role would become more of a operational type role, and I wouldn't have the time to do all the strategic activities that occur, which is generally to do with costings of a particular project or budgeting or financial policies. My experiences with working with Nish have been interesting. I've been working with Nish for over 4 years, or almost 4 years, and it's been an interesting time. It's taken us a while to communicate correctly. We have, not only is our cultural backgrounds different, but we have quite an age difference, and I think that's probably one of the issues. I don't understand him and he doesn't understand me, so we're getting there. But yeah, we've had a few laughs along the way. I suppose if if you're a young professional and you're trying to build a career in Australia, ask a lot of questions, and if you don't understand something, don't be frightened to speak up and ask why. Why do you do it this way, or how come it happens that way, or because there is generally a legitimate reason as to why it happens, but providing input is also just as important. Okay, so encouraging words for young professionals, I would say, is just always speak up if you don't understand. Just basically say, well, why do you do it this way, or what did you mean by that remark? And be available to undertake other tasks. So if you run out of work and you haven't got anything to do, don't just sit there and play on your phone. Basically say, hey, I noticed that this hasn't been done yet. Do you want me to have a go at it, or can I assist you with anything? Because it helps. Teamwork and culture, because we're such a small organisation, we're not just this is your role, you do it. It's kind of, if somebody needs help, if you're actually able to support them, then that's a really great thing to do, and people appreciate that. They may not actually say it to your face sometimes, but it's generally a really important thing to do. You become kind of you learn along the way. If you've never done reception work, sitting at reception for 2 hours a day, you find out a lot more activities that occur, and your understanding of the organisation increases as well. So don't be high and mighty and say, oh, well, that's not my job. It's not in my job description. I mean, if it goes on forever and a day, then that's a different thing. But if it's a helping out because someone's not here, then so give it a go.
When I started making this video, my goal was simply to show what a 9-to-5 day looks like as a finance officer. I wasn't planning to focus on a technical side of things, like the software you use or digital process behind the scene. Each department has its own responsibilities and goals, yet finance plays a small part in supporting them all. It was interesting to hear their perspective and learn how everything comes across the organization. I'm still on my own journey, still learning, still growing, but I wanted to share this stage of my life with you. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed this small glimpse into the work life here in regional Victoria, Ballarat. Take care, have a great day, and see you in the next video.